Hello everybody, I am Samuel15 the Dragon Tamer here today, and welcome to PAVA Anime Talk. Now I know I did one yesterday, talking about Fairy Tail, but today we'll be talking about Attack on Titan, and what's been recently going on that I really haven't talked about Attack on Titan, I believe, since after the first 10 or so episodes, 10, 12 or so episodes. I've tried looking at my channel, but I don't see it, so I don't really know. I'm pretty sure I did it. If I didn't, then oh wells. Um, but yeah, this is my opinion on the last 12 episodes so far. Basically episodes 13 to 24. That's what I'm basically gonna base my I'm gonna talk about today, and also gonna talk about the characters and how I feel about them this far in the series and what I think about the story. And for those who are new to my channel, haven't seen any of my videos before, I want to say that all you'll be seeing in this video is just this picture and hearing my voice, my rambling, mumbling, going off on a tangent voice. If you're not into that, then I ask you, please leave. If you are into that, then I very much welcome you to please stay and listen to my opinions. Yeah, once again, these are just my opinions, and this is coming from someone who's been watching anime for a long time. So without further ado, let's finally start talking about the subject at hand. I want to start things off with saying this. Mikasa is a badass. I really do very much enjoy her character. She's not as one-dimensional as she appeared to me at first. Just some badass chick stoic badass chick. She's a stoic badass chick with a crush on Eren, the main protagonist. I do kind of sort of question her crush on Eren, and I feel like to a certain degree it's fading a little bit. Well, there were times I thought it was fading, but the last several episodes, it appears that not really. Though, having to constantly save a guy you're crushing on may or may not blow your crush a little bit, especially since he's seeming less and less of a man. um, I do like the kind of character, I do like what they started off with. They started with Eren wanting revenge, and he eventually becomes the monster that it started off. Sorry, once again, I forgot to say this, but spoiler alert, if you have yet to see it, then please leave, because I give a lot of spoilers. I can't constantly keep forgetting to mention that in the beginning video, but let's get back on the subject. Yeah, he turns into a Titan, and that basically, it basically makes him, kind of conflicted. It's like he turns into a monster that wants to kill, wants to kill all of them, and this is actually kind of interesting because one of the things I don't like about it is how, like, every time he's asked a serious question, he pauses about it and takes like 5 minutes, the whole entire goddamn show, to think and contemplate about his decisions he has. And that kind of pisses me off. I do understand to a bit where he's coming from, but seeing other characters try to actually think about in situations kind of sort of similar to his and take it better than he does, makes you go, come on, Eren. Especially since, like, the crybaby, I suppose, Armin, is actually more put together than Eren is right now. He knows what the hell he's doing. He actually has a clear head on his shoulders and is not bitching and whining about every freaking situation that he's in, like I expected him to. Instead, he is an intellectual badass, like I said in the beginning of the video. And I really do much like Armin. I didn't really think too much of him at first, but now I'm very much starting to like him. He's a strategist, a very good one at that. He's a genius, and I really do like that about him. At first, before, Eren turned into Titan, I thought that we're going with the leader and Eren, the strategist and Armin, and the, well, main fighter and badass and Mikasa. That would have been a very good trio. And, and I would actually like to see some development out of those three characters. That's what I thought I was watching at first. Turns out the entire anime is like, nope, we're gonna go that to be a monster you have to face a monster kind of routine. I'm like, I was kind of turned down by that at first, but I eventually started to like it. I don't like the fact that Eren has yet to grow a bit, really. He has had very little character development, while Armin has by far had the most. He's not bitching anymore from the start of, like he was in the start of the freaking anime. Now he's executing plans on a dime and being very smart about it too. That's what I really like about him. And he makes Eren seem more of a bitch. And it's funny because I started to like about Eren when I thought he was dead. I really did think he was dead when he was eaten by the sun. I was like, oh shit, there's no way he's gonna come out of that now. There's just no way he can take that now. It's like, he's done. It's like, I don't know how he can do it. Maybe he... I was like, I don't know. It's like, at that point I was actually thinking he may actually be dead. You know? And when we go back on to the backflashes and the way they're talking in the next few episodes, I completely totally was sort of convinced that he might be dead. But however, because I like to watch anime a lot, there's a good 30% of me that thought, you know, Eren might still be alive. I don't know how he might be still alive, but I feel like he might be alive. And watching the backflash with Mikasa and her character development, her character backstory, I'm like, oh shit, Eren was a bit of a badass as a kid. And I was like, oh, okay, we can't have Eren die now. We can't have him die. Don't let him die. He's awesome. And then he turns into a fucking Titan, which I thought was pretty cool at the time. Turns out out of the time he became a total fucking bitch afterwards. Seriously, I think post Eren, before he turns into a Titan and after he turns into a Titan, there is character development, but in a negative kind of way. It makes him, you know, like, makes you wish that he was dead. He's not really much of a badass anymore. He's not really all that cool. He's not shouting things and making cool speeches to pump up everyone else now. No, he's just bitching. And that kind of pisses me off. I feel like they had something going with Eren. I feel like this was actually a main character I could honestly like, you know, and actually get to, you know, I could relate to and like and want to cheer for and not think he's invincible. I don't know, there's very few main characters nowadays I feel like are cool, or I'm watching the show for that main character. You know, I feel like, and I've been watching it for the side characters, and the side characters are what intrigue me most. So I was kind of hoping, but, you know, I no longer give a shit about Eren. I really don't. I more focus about Armin and Mikasa. The only reason why I would not want Eren to die is because I want Mikasa to be happy with him. Now, some other people who are out there going, no, Mikasa should be alone, and yada yada yada. And they have a kind of valid argument, you know, because the only thing that's keeping Mikasa from being a total and complete badass is the fact that her crush is Eren. But bitch, if Eren could grow some fucking balls, then maybe, you know. Even characters that were supporting, like that one guy, that one brown-haired guy, who's just seemed like a bitch to me to begin with, he's turning kind of cool. He's starting to become a bit of a badass, you know? I'm starting to like him more than Eren. That shouldn't not be the case. That's why I feel like the show is going wrong. By making Eren a bit of a bitch. And I don't like that. They're almost turning him into a Shinji. The only reason why, basically Shinji with angst. That's all that he really is to me. Shinji with anger and revenge and angst and does not have fucking control of his Titan form. Unlike Annie, who's a complete and total badass as well. Apparently this anime has a thing for badass chicks, because there's several of them in this anime. Every other chick that I've seen, for the most part, is kind of cool. Well, actually, we've seen a few bitches here too, that are actually female. But for the most part, the girls that have had a larger role have been kind of cool, and that's a shame. It really is a shame. I do feel like they might go for the thing where I would not be surprised if they try to make Mikasa her own thing and try to make her stand off on her own without needing or giving a shit about Eren, and realizing Eren really is a pussy-ass bitch. And Armin hopefully will eventually learn the same thing and not become reliant on him. Eventually, I feel like they might do a Harry Potter thing, and the two of the main protagonists' best friends end up falling for each other. And, you know, and Eren might be forever alone. And I kind of wish that would happen, because I honestly don't like Eren as a character. I really don't. As of right now, anyway. There's only been 24 episodes, so some of you who have seen the whole entire goddamn anime are going, oh my god! And some of you guys are like, wait, how come you've only watched 24 episodes so far? I mean, that's because I'm watching it via Tsunami, and some people were going, oh, you're watching in dub. I've talked about that argument before, and in short, I'd rather watch it in dub than sub if I have the option. If I don't have the option, then oh well. Actually, when I heard about this anime and everyone was talking about it, I decided to wait till it came out in dub because I knew it was going to come out in dub, and I absolutely knew it was going to come out in Tsunami, even though people say, oh, it's too violent. Like, no, Tsunami has its ways around that. As I showed with Black Lagoon, and how this is pretty freaking awesome. Attack on Titan really is a very good anime, I will say that much. But my base opinion on it right now is it overrated? Yes, it really is. If the main character was not a total pissy ass bitch as he's turning out to be right now, then I don't know. I would actually like the anime. To be perfectly honest, I don't really think they could do much to save Eren's character at this point. Especially since the preview of last night's episode on Tsunami, and it showed him, well, going bazonkers again. And the end result would probably be him being depressed as shit. And I can totally see that happening. He accidentally kills Annie or something accidentally kills Annie without meaning to, and he ends up getting depressed as shit. Because that's the kind of character we're dealing with. Why can't he actually be a good character? That's my number one aggravation with. Like, you could have done so much with this character. You really could have. You could have made him more of a speaker, made him more of a talker, make him more of a leader. And he's just not living up to that potential. Perhaps if he didn't have the ability to turn into a Titan, which he completely totally sucks at, he would actually be a bit of a cooler character. And the fact that he turning into the character and somehow being a pussy-ass bitch anyway is kind of a shame. If you have the ability to turn into a freaking giant and wreck shit, and you still manage to be a pussy-ass bitch, something's going on there. That's a writer flaw. I don't know if that's the writer's intention to make him a pussy-ass bitch, but he's kind of being a pussy-ass bitch. He really is. It's kind of irritating me. I've actually just gone around talking about the characters, and I've really talked about the much episodes, and I apologize for that. I really do like the story, though. I really do. I'm not watching the anime for Eren, as some of you guys probably figured out by now. I'm watching it for the story, which is actually a very good story. And this is actually the first anime in a very long time to actually surprise me without going, what the fuck did I just watch? You know? Some anime have surprised me, but they made me go, what the fuck? Or they made me go, no! As the case with Gurren Lagann end of episode 8. God damn it. I saw that a few weeks ago in Tsunami, and I'm like, fuck my life. I was kind of irritated at the end of the episode. I'm just kind of sad and depressed and just aggravated, you know? But I really do like this character. I don't know what I'm talking about. I really do like Armin. I feel like he's quickly becoming one of my favorite characters, you know? He's your typical whiny second stringer, you know, because there's always been that cool guy, a whiny guy, and that cool badass chick, you know. Now it's becoming the middle guy is more of the pussy ass bitch. The guy who started out as pussy ass bitch is now more of a very intelligent person and a strategist, and I really do like Armin's character. I really didn't care for him to begin with, now I really do like him. Again, back to the episodes, because I keep going off of stupid tangents. Me and my tangents. Anyway, I really do like the story. I really do like that last episode. And last night's episode really did showcase Armin's intelligence and strategy, and Alan convincing Annie what the hell is going on, but actually tricking her and and kind of getting her to the back wall and figuring out her identity in the first place, and just coming up with a strategy that she would find believable at the same time, not completely lying. Holy crap. Um, yeah, Harmon, I'm very impressed by Armin, you know. We've seen, in an age where badass feats are just kind of meh, seeing someone who, with a freaking genius, see a freaking genius be badass with their minds is pretty cool, you know. And I really do appreciate Arm in that department. That's why I like him a lot. He's actually one of my favorite characters, if not my favorite character to this point in the anime. But this is just after seeing like one of his brightest moments yesterday, and so I don't know if like my positive opinion with him will continue. I really do have liked this anime thus far. I do like the story. I do like actually pretty much like every other character besides Aaron, to be honest. You know, every character has seemed to show some kind of worth, with the exception of Aaron, who just seems kind of useless and kind of bitchy. You know, I've seen other characters like him, like MEF from Fate State Zero, which, by the way, I want to talk about that soon next week. Yeah, I'm definitely talking about that next week. Who is whiny, is kind of useless, but tries his very best to be useful anyway. And here's Aaron, a character that should be useful, but isn't. Like I said, that really does irritate me. He has potential to be so useful and so good, but shit, you know? I do like the whole entire politics things where, you know, it does make me feel like what would happen if this might be real life. The only thing the one thing I don't like about this anime is the fact that I thought it would be humans versus giants and them trying to survive them and try to beat them to a bloody pulp and get their independence back. No, but it's trying to turn more into humans versus facing other humans who can turn into badass monsters. And I like it, but I would much prefer the survival kind of thing, you know. I feel like the writer was trying to take it into a twist that maybe he should not have done. It's a good twist, but I feel like I would have liked it better if Aaron became more of a substantial character and more believable character than an idiot, you know? I think the writer did not want to make Aaron a total god character that kind of Ichigo kind of turned out in Bleach. Or no matter how hard the situation, he still freaking overcomes it because he's hot or something along those lines, where he just, I am a badass. Oh, goddamn it, Ichigo. No one gives a shit about you. You know, I don't, you know, I feel like he tried too hard to make Aaron unique, and it failed. I don't like Aaron at all, and I don't think most people do at this point. I feel like he may become a better character the more I watch, and from what I've been told, he does turn into a somewhat likable character. Though I'm not going to keep my hopes up for him because, well, he seems still like he always will be for the rest of the anime, a whiny bitch. Yeah, I'm just bitching about his whininess. It's turning into a vicious circle. Yeah, I really need to talk about the episodes. There really isn't for me too much to talk about the episodes, other than the fact that what I always said, I really do like them. And that's why I keep watching. I like the animation for the most part. I like the music for the most part. The voice acting, by the way, in the English dub is pretty good. I like it a lot. It's really good so far. The only problem I really do have with Aaron is, to be perfectly utterly honest, you know, it's the only thing I can really think of. But this is a good anime thus far. I will say that much. It is very good anime. Whenever I do review it, and I will review this anime, I will probably give it at least a 9, depending on how bad the ending is, or how good the ending is. You know, because I'm among several reviewers who are among the belief that the ending of any show, anime, video game, yada yada yada, is very, very important. And I hope the ending of this anime, when it eventually does come to end, is very good. And I am Samuel15 the Dragon Tamer. That's all I have to say for today. Please like, subscribe, and all that silly stuff, and I'll see you guys next time.